Well, obviously, I've always supported a comprehensive review of our tax issue here in the Commonwealth. Comprehensive tax reform has been debated for 20 or 30 years that I've been there at least, and I think former Governor Paul Patton was one of the top engineers in really getting serious about the issue of tax reform, and I think he engaged a consultant and I forget the name of the company, but it's the Fox Report. And they made policy recommendations, including modernizing the state sales tax by including services. They made recommendations like limiting new sales tax exemptions and support for standards for including the sales tax on remote and internet services. And it's been determined that we lose literally millions of dollars a year in tax revenue on internet sales. Also a review of unnecessary income tax exemptions. So I can go on and on. The Fox report was a very extensive report, one that I might not agree with all of the components of, because there are some very, very politically charged and politically sensitive recommendations, even repealing House Bill 44. So these are all things that I think it's going to be very difficult for the General Assembly to deal with without some support from all elements of society across the Commonwealth. So I think that there should be a task force established made up of individuals from various groups such as the Chamber of Commerce, and they no longer call themselves the Allied Industries of Kentucky, but there's a whole corporate element of our society out there that have involvement in these policy issues. And these people should be brought to the table. Even, individual income taxpayers should be brought to the table and be educated on the shortfalls and the inadequacies that we have today. Part of the problem is there have been extensive sales tax and tax exemptions gathered through the years. And so I think it's important that we have comprehensive tax reform, but there also needs to be comprehensive tax review, substantive review made up of those individuals that I've mentioned, to make recommendations to the legislature and to the governor. And then we digest and see what's saleable and what is not saleable.
Is that something that you believe can be undertaken now? I know that there was, to some extent, that's been pushed forward by the governor, said that now's not the time to look at tax reform, and it's been pushed back a little bit. I mean, is the political will there to do that now?
I don't think it's there today because of the economy. I honestly do not. I think as the economy continues to improve, and I'm very optimistic that it will be improving more as we go along here, and jobs are coming back to the United States. We see now where General Electric is bringing some of their green energy technology back from China back to the United States, and we reestablish the workforce, put working America back to work through whatever incentive programs that there may be out there to reestablish our tax base. Then I see some relief there, and maybe some relief from the political side of it for people. If people are making a respectable wage and making good money, they don't like to pay taxes no more than I do or you do, but it seems to be more saleable when we're making money and we have a viable economy out there.